What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to HP Society. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. You guys, we are trying to find a parking spot right now so we can sit and talk, and we are going to be talking about the pros and cons of owning a Camaro Z28. This is a very informational video, and it might be boring to people who aren't looking into one, but never say never. This might be a little fun. We might do some polls here and there, but you do have to stay tuned for the video because I need my watch hours to go back up. We'll do the worst things to the best things. All right. So the worst thing I could tell you straight off the bat is the Z28 tax. Before we get into it, we're gonna do a nice little poll. Woo-wee! Hell yeah, brother! Oh, I see a snack. What is it? Dude, my dumbass thought that was a C7 Corvette, dude. I'm losing it. It's that's a fucking Colorado, dude. The Z28 tax. Now, unfortunately, when you do purchase a beautiful 5th Gen Z28, you are going to be hit with the tax, and that means everything on this car is very, very, very expensive. A lot of things from the LSA and the LS3 obviously are very co-compatible. You know, unfortunately, the LS7 is its own platform. So a lot of things off the LS7 is very one-to-one. You know, you can't really mix and match parts, obviously. Yeah, you ain't gapping us today, bud. Slow down. You know, a lot of these power mods, like, you know, headers, intake manifolds, you know, heads, etc., all that stuff is very, very pricey for this car. It being an LS7 and also being a limited production car, people take advantage of that. I mean, hell, even the wheels are very expensive. Like, you have to get, if you're planning on doing a drag pack like we just did with the welds, which we are still waiting on, you do actually have to wait on the, you actually do have to get custom, you know, made welds, just because of the fact that, you know, one, you have carbon ceramic brakes. The calipers are massive, so you'd have to do a ZL1 brake caliper conversion kit, which, why would you do that? You have carbon ceramics. No, you can't just put any drag pack to clear it, you know. This is sick Mazda. I like those. I think that's Mazda Speed 3. So yeah, that's a big issue with it, is that it just, everything's super pricey with this car. When it's a super rare car and a front splitter cost about $2,000 and a freaking ordinary wicker bill on this car cost from OEM is like an OEM wicker bill on this car is about $2,000. Like, it's sad. So you do get scared, you know, if a little scuff touches it, because I'm very anal about my car. I feel like that's how every race car owner feels, is like, you know, any scratch is gonna piss them off. But it's a little bit different knowing the fact that, again, you know what you're driving. This is a very limited production vehicle, and it does suck. But yeah, I mean, honestly, the biggest cons I could think of, you know, being too careful with the car when it's supposed to be a race car. You're supposed to really bang gears in it, and you're really supposed to, you know, rip this thing, because this is what it's meant to do. This thing's meant to rip, dude. This car is not meant to be babied. You're supposed to rip the fuck out of this thing. Don't baby it. Like, you see us, we rip this thing as you should. You know, at the end of the day, this is a factory built race car. On top of that, you're doing more stuff to it, so it's a little bit more of a race car, but you know what I mean. You know, the first cons that come to mind is just, you know, being too careful with a car that's, you know, you're supposed to just enjoy, and just whatever happens. You know, that's part of ownership, you know. And then obviously the second thing is the Z28 tax. It sucks. It sucks that you have to spend almost $3,000 on just headers. You know, it sucks that not many people make a catback exhaust for this thing. It sucks the fact that I couldn't get regular welds that would have costed me $2,000. No, that thing's sick. Oh, hell yeah, that thing's sick. That's a nice M3. But you know, it's you know, it does suck, because it does hurt the bank. Like, weld, you know, I was gonna get Ventura welds, and that would have, you know, cost me only about $2,000. and I actually had to get S71 wheels, the forged wheel, so they could custom make it for me so it could fit the, you know, Z28 brakes, which sucks because it's very expensive. And, you know, had I known that before buying this car, I didn't do my research on the aftermarket stuff. But, you know, I'm stupid. I should have thought about that. It's super, super pricey. Yeah, we're going to get out and talk about this. But yeah, it does really suck. Like, dude, you can't even get, like, the Z28 wheels. Yeah, they make replicas, but it doesn't look like the originals, and they don't have the card Z28. That's how you know they're real. Most of the time, you're going to tell the difference between the replica and a real, you know, Z28, you know, style wheel, just looking at it, because these just look a lot different. It does suck. To me, it's like, dude, this is a beautiful car. Don't get me wrong. This is one of the best cars I've ever owned, and this is the best car I've ever owned, in my opinion. It's just beautiful. I mean, other than that, at the end of the day, you know, you're buying a race car. You're buying a very rare race car, and that's just the world we live in. Shit's gonna get taxed. It is what it is. If you guys want to talk about the best things about owning about this car, I can name a million things, but we're gonna name 5. I'm gonna switch this to just wide instead of ultra wide. I feel like it's too much. Yeah, I feel like this is better, right? This is better. Number 1 for me is the character of this car. It's a factory race car / muscle car. It doesn't get any raw than this. Like, this is a very raw, you know, race car. You don't get all the special stuff. You get a 6-speed manual, 7-liter V8, and you just go to town. And you also get cool carbon ceramic brakes, which should last you the entirety of this car. The day that you have to replace those carbon ceramic brakes, I would sell it, because the brakes itself is going to cost you about, damn, I want to say about, I've seen 11 grand. I think it might be higher or lower. Pretty sure it's 11 grand. Number 1, the character of this car, what it means, what it represents, and just the raw form of a real, you know, race car is just in your garage. It's pretty cool. Second thing, I gotta give it to the fact that it does have a 7-liter LS7 V8, which we will pop the hood on. It's definitely the fastest car I've ever owned, which is crazy because we did have some crazy builds on this channel. But as you guys can see, it is a beautiful motor. It's also cool because this is a dry sump, which you don't see much. You know, this is built to corner, so the dry sump just made more sense to have its own reservoir, its own, you know, little, you know, separate unit, you know, for all the oil. So it makes sense. But the fact is, it is an LS7. It is pretty cool. Yes, there is head issues with the LS7, but, you know, if you get those fixed, you'll never have to worry about anything else. Knock on wood. You know, the LS7 just has so much aura. It's an amazing motor. Again, has some head issues, but you get those fixed, the valve guides, whatever, fix all those and you'll be fine. Like, you don't got to worry about nothing. Oh my God, these bugs. And yes, the LS7 doesn't handle much boost. That's just how it's always been. Cool thing about the LS7 is the fact that you can have an NA 700 horsepower car without any forced induction like a turbo or a supercharger. It's pretty sick. And number 3, this is going to be very, very stupid, but this is like my favorite thing with the Z28 that I know you could get on SS1 LE, and I think they had them in the Z1 for the 5th gens, is the freaking Recaro buckets. Like, these are so freaking sick. I actually got an offer for both seats for $4 grand, and I was thinking about them, but I'm like, dude, this is like the best thing about this car. I love the seats, and I'm super happy with these. But I absolutely love these Recaros. These are my favorite Recaros. You know, I did have Recaros in my SS1 LE on my 6th gen, and they were okay, but like, these are like the best of the best. I love them. And I know a lot of Camaro owners feel the same way about these Z28 buckets. I sound like a BMW owner. I'm gonna trash this car right now. The carbon buckets package 67E5 carbon fiber. No, I honestly do love the seats, and a lot of 5th gen owners agree with me that these are the best seats to ever be put on a Camaro, and a lot of people love them. So I love it too. That's definitely my number 3. It sounds stupid, but it's so true. Number 4 is the looks of the Z28. This isn't your ordinary, you know, 5th gen Camaro. This has a wider body, wider tires. At the time, it was the widest tires to ever be put on a production car all around. Beautiful spoiler. We changed the taillights, but Like, the looks of this car is just super gorgeous. The thing is, with these Z28s, you really don't have much to do cosmetically. Like, that front splitter is just stupid aggressive. Like, this thing is insane. You know, the only thing I would personally do, which I am going to do, is just change the headlights. We are going to be doing the halo headlights, which I do have in my garage. I will be doing that soon. That's just my personal preference. I like the halos better. They make the car look a lot more aggressive. So that's just me. We are going to change to the halos, but then again, this thing is super duper aggressive. It sits really nice. You don't have to lower it. Although you could. I've seen some people with lowered Z28s and they look fantastic. But just stock, no bias whatsoever. This is literally the best looking factory car I've ever seen, honestly. I'm gonna tell you guys, one that actually tops this is the Z11LE. They're the best looking car stock. You don't have to do anything to them to make them look super aggressive. Like, this car is very aggressive from the rear. It sits, it has like that wide body. It just looks super good. I mean, look how insane this car looks. It looks like it's just coming at you. Like, it's super aggressive. And obviously, to me, these are the best factory wheels ever created on any car. And I don't care what people say. The Z28 wheels and the SS1LE wheels from the 6th gen are the best GM production wheels I've ever seen. Seriously. You guys might have a completely different opinion, but in my opinion, the Z28 wheel and the SS1LE wheels are just so perfect. Like, you can't do better than that. But number 4 would definitely be the looks of the car. It's absolutely perfect. Like I said, if you want to do some minor changes like the taillights, headlights, you could. But as far as body-wise, like front splitters, rear diffusers, spoilers, side skirts, you don't have to touch it. Like, the car comes perfect. I am getting chewed up like crazy from these mosquitoes. So number 5 for me is the way this car drives. So what's cool about this car, you got Sport Plus and then you got Tour Mode. So what's cool about this car, the drivability of this car is I honestly thought it was going to be more aggressive. It is very aggressive, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a factory race car. You know, suspension is very dialed in on this car. But the cool thing is, you can put it in Tour Mode and it drives like a regular SS 5th gen. Seriously, it drives beautifully. When you put it in Sport Plus, double tap this the traction control button, you actually get all these different options. You get Sport Plus, I'm sorry, Sport 1, Sport 2, and then you get Race. The fact that I could drive this thing like a race car, yeah, buddy! You know, the fact that I could drive this car like a race car and then drive it like a 5th gen Camaro is super sick. You can still enjoy it without feeling super uncomfortable. This thing's a ripper, dude. To me, the fact that I can get a factory race car was pretty sick to have. I mean, overall, like, this car is freaking sick, dude. It's a special car. It's such a unique car, and it's something that, you know, I feel like, you know, people would enjoy if there was more of these around. But honestly, that's my opinion on the car. I absolutely love this thing. I don't regret it one bit. Like I said, the only thing that really sucks about this car is the Z28 tax. It is what it is. I hope you guys took something from this video. If you didn't, I am so sorry that I wasted your time. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that little bell notification so you'll be notified and be a part of HP Society. But other than that, you guys, if you guys want your merch, go get your merch. HPSocietyRacing.com. We got a bunch of new stuff. We got hats, shirts, hoodies, everything. Like I said, we're just waiting on the welds for this thing, and hopefully we'll get it started, and this thing's gonna be a monster for the summer, so I'm super excited about that. So again, thank you guys all so much for the support. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. I will see you guys all in the next video. See you guys.